Hi everyone, I'm Rooster, and this is Rooster's Reviews. In this video, we're going to give you some life-saving information, so stick around and find out what that is. Hi everyone, welcome back. I'm Rooster, and this is Rooster's Reviews, where we talk about guns, video equipment, and tech. Today we're talking about guns. I'm going to give you some information that could potentially save your life if you carry concealed. I get asked a question all the time, folks. Should you carry your gun loaded? Should you use a safety? Those are legitimate and valid questions. Everybody wants to be safe, and everybody wants to make sure they're being as safe as they can possibly be. To that note, I've been getting a lot of complaints lately because I've been putting my finger on the trigger in the videos. Please rest assured, folks, that before I start any of these videos, I make sure the guns are cleared, there's nothing in them, and they're all safed off. So please understand that they are definitely safed off before I ever get started. Now, I get the question all the time, folks. Should you use a safety when you conceal carry? Should you carry a round in a chamber when you conceal carry? And my opinion is absolutely yes. You should definitely carry a round in a chamber. And in my opinion, you should never use the safety. Folks, if you ever get into a situation where you have to pull your firearm out and use it in self-defense, time matters. Time is critical. As soon as you pull that gun out, or as soon as you even reach for it, it totally puts a target on you. The bad guy is going to be looking at you immediately, and there's going to be a target on your chest. All right, so you're putting your life in danger as soon as you start to draw your weapon or go to draw your weapon. So time really matters, okay? Every second counts. That's why you should practice on a regular basis of getting your weapon out, all right, and drawing your weapon. Again, if you're in a situation where you need to pull your gun, every second is going to count. You don't want to waste any time. You want to get your gun out of your holster, you want to get it on target, and you want to send that round down range, and you want to eliminate that threat. Every second counts. So it only makes sense that if you pull your weapon and you have to take the time to lock and load your weapon before you get it on target, that's a whole extra step. That whole step can take 2-3 seconds in the endeavor to before you got your gun on target. Why risk it? Why take that extra time? That's 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds maybe that the bad guy has to be able to get his gun targeted on you and shoot. As soon as you go to reach for your firearm or pull up your shirt to get to your firearm, you automatically become a target to the bad guy. Okay, if the bad guy sees you reaching for your gun, he's immediately going to find you a threat and try to eliminate that threat. So that being said, every second counts when you're in that situation. When having to pull your gun out of your holster, lock and load a round into the weapon, it doesn't take that long. It's quick. I mean, you can get a gun out you can get a gun out of your holster and lock and load it fairly quick, but even that 2 to 3 seconds matters, folks. All right, because once you start reaching, you automatically become a target to the bad guy. So you want to eliminate all the time you can between pulling the weapon out of your holster and getting it on target and squeezing that trigger and eliminating the threat. So adding that extra step of putting a round in a chamber, to me, it could cost you your life. So I totally recommend carrying a round in a chamber if you're going to carry a weapon for self-defense. Same thing would go for their safety. I know people are going to say, yeah, it only takes a second. Most safeties are thumb safeties, and it only takes a second doing this as you're coming up. All true. It does only take a second, but again, that's another second. Not to mention, it's something that it's another process that you have to think about, okay, in a situation like that. The less processes you can think about getting your gun out of your holster and on target and squeezing the trigger and eliminating the threat, the better. The more processes you put in there that you have to think about, that's more mistakes that could potentially happen, and mistakes in that particular situation will cost you your life. Let's eliminate all the steps we can. Now, the gun I have here is a Glock 43X. It doesn't have a safety on it, and like I said, I always carry around in the chamber when I'm carrying the gun. But what I do on a regular basis to make sure I'm proficient is getting the gun out of my holster. I will practice in front of a mirror getting the gun out of my holster, okay, and getting it on target, which is the target is me in the mirror, as quickly as I can without fumbling around. But if you're in a threat situation, by the time you're 3/4 of the way up, you are going to be getting your finger on the trigger because you don't want to waste time going from here to here. You got to do that on the process up, so by the time you get on target, you're ready to squeeze that trigger and eliminate the threat. So I highly recommend practicing a lot. Again, if you don't carry around in the chamber, you use the safety, you're just adding things into that process, into those steps. You're adding more steps in the process to getting on target and eliminating that threat. And if you have to pull your gun, that's the whole reason why you're doing that, is to get on target and eliminate the threat as quickly as you can before that threat can harm you or others around you. So definitely carry around in the chamber. Definitely leave the safety off. Definitely practice. Make sure you become proficient in that whole process of pulling the gun out of your holster, going on target, getting the finger on trigger as you're coming up. It could save your life. I want to take a second to thank everybody that has subscribed. We totally appreciate your support. If you haven't subscribed yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Go ahead and shoot that subscribe button below. Please comment below with any comments you may have, questions you may have. I answer every comment that ever comes through. May take a minute for me to get to it, but I definitely answer them. If you liked the video today, go ahead and click the like button. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you next time on Rooster's Reviews.